What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another video on the channel. And in today's video, I'm going to be ranking all 16 MCU title characters, and I'm going to be putting them in a bracket showdown. Now, what I mean by title character is they are their name is in the title of an MCU movie or TV show, and they are also the main characters. So, I mean, there are 17 characters that have their names in the title, and I didn't include groups like Guardians of the Galaxy or Eternals, but I don't feel like Vision is the main, or like at least even one of the main characters. I feel like it's like more prominently Wanda is the main character in WandaVision, so I left him out. And you know, besides, we need 16 for this to work, so I had to leave someone out, and sorry, Vision. But yeah, anyways, let's just jump right into this. Remember, if you guys like these videos, be sure to subscribe to the channel, as it does help out a lot. And yeah, let's just jump right into this. So I guess we'll start up here. Hawkeye versus Iron Man. Now this is really tough because I do like Hawkeye. Oh yes, I should probably say they were all seated in like the order that their movies or TV shows came out in. Or you know, Iron Man's first and Hawkeye's last, because even though he was part of the MCU, his Hawkeye TV show only came out, you know, like in November or something. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Iron Man here, which is really tough because I really do like Hawkeye. I think I like him more than a lot of people, and I do think that he is not completely worthless in the Avengers, and he does serve his purpose, which is humanizing the group. However, Iron Man's just such a great character, like just such a great character, and I mean, in my opinion, is heads and shoulders above Hawkeye. One of the main reasons is he has RDJ playing him, and he's just really charismatic, and he just pops on the screen. Whereas Hawkeye is more low key, so we don't no one's gonna tell you that like Hawkeye is their favorite MCU character, because he just isn't as flashy as some of the other ones, and I mean that does impact it. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Iron Man here. Okay, Black Panther versus Captain Marvel. Like again, I think this is like pretty easy. It has to be Black Panther, who we're not gonna see any more of in the MCU, unfortunately, because of the sad circumstances with the actor, as he passed away, like around a year ago. But yeah, like Black Panther has to win this. Captain Marvel is just like. We have no emotional connection to Captain Marvel in Avengers Endgame or in her solo outing, and she's just not a really likable character, and not even in the good way that Tony Stark, you know, isn't like a likable character most of the times. On the other hand, T'Challa is a really likable character because he always tries to do good, tries to do his best for his country, and we can respect that. And again, you know, really charismatic, not like over the top the way that Iron Man is, a little more low-key, but he still is really fun to watch. And his morals where, you know, he switches after Black Panther are really interesting, and it makes him a really good character, so he's obviously going to beat Captain Marvel. I mean, there wasn't any question here. Ant-Man versus the Winter Soldier. Okay, I'm actually gonna give it to the Winter Soldier here. I feel like Ant-Man is really fun. He is really fun, and a little more lighthearted of a character, cracks more jokes. But that can also be his flaws, because we can't really take anything that he does like seriously. However, the Winter Soldier has had a great arc throughout the MCU. First, he starts as Captain America's best friend, then he dies. Then he comes back as the Winter Soldier and is a great villain as the Winter Soldier. And then he goes through rehab, plays a key role in Civil War, which is my favorite MCU movie. And then he comes back in Infinity War and is back to being Bucky. And then same thing in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, though we don't have to talk about that. We don't have to talk about that show. So I feel like he's just had a way more complete arc than Ant-Man in the MCU, so I'm gonna have to give it to him. Okay, Captain America versus Loki. I like Loki a lot. I like Loki in Thor. I like Loki in the Avengers. I like Loki in Thor Dark World. The only thing I liked about Thor Dark World, I mean, I like Loki in Ragnarok, I like Loki in Infinity War, I like Loki in Loki, but even though I like him a lot, and I think that if he was somewhere else, he might have even cracked the top 4, he just can't beat Steve Rogers. Steve Rogers is, in my opinion, just the most complete character in the entire MCU, and he's the character that was given the most complete arc, the most satisfying arc even, and just his characteristics as a character, where he always tries to do the right thing, and also, you know, Chris Evans playing him, it's just like, it just all meshes together so perfectly to where, in my opinion, he is the best MCU character. So, I mean, there you go, there's the winner right there. So yeah, I mean, I gotta go with Captain America here, as much as I love Loki. Hulk or Shang-Chi? Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Hulk. Shang-Chi was really good in his standalone movie, but the problem is we've only seen him one time, so he hasn't really got too much of a character arc, even though he was really enjoyable the first time we saw him. But Hulk is like a veteran of the MCU. Now, I didn't really like the Edward Norton version too much, but ever since Bruce Banner took over the character, and ever since he appeared in, you know, like the 4 MCU movies and Thor Ragnarok, it's been like really good. I especially liked where they took Hulk in Thor Ragnarok, where he was like, we see he can actually talk a word other than smash, and that he was actually pretty funny in that movie. But the dynamic between Hulk and Bruce Banner gets explored throughout the MCU, and especially in Infinity War, and I feel like that is really interesting. And again, he just has more of a complete arc than Shang-Chi, so he's got to get the win here. Wanda or Spider-Man? Okay, yeah, we got to go with Spider-Man here. I've only picked one character that, I mean, actually no, I've picked all the characters that have been there like longer, I'm pretty sure. Actually no, Loki's been there longer than Steve Rogers, but you know, it's about the same. But yeah, I mean, I just feel like they have more of an advantage. Actually no, Wanda's also been there longer than Spider-Man. But yeah, I feel like the characters that have been in the MCU longer have more of an advantage because they have a more complete arc. But anyway, Spider-Man is just, it's just really good. He's Peter Parker, just like, he just is a high schooler, which is like really, I mean, the portrayal is really good, and he's got all this nervous energy about him that I really like. Wanda, I mean, Wanda's a pretty good character. I didn't really like her as a character in in Age of Ultron, but after that, after she became an Avenger, she was pretty well done, especially in Civil War and Infinity War, and also the intrigue in WandaVision, that where we learned that she created this hex after like feeling sad that Vision died, was also really good. But I mean, she just can't compete with Spider-Man, right? I mean, it's Spider-Man, and the MCU did a really good job with Spider-Man, especially portraying him as Peter Parker. And yeah, he's got to win. Okay, I'm gonna go with Doctor Strange here. I didn't really like Doctor Strange's solo movie, but his appearances in Thor Ragnarok and Infinity War and Endgame and Spider-Man, not really Spider-Man No Way Home, but yeah, Thor Ragnarok, Infinity War, and Endgame were all really well done. He plays off as, you know, the cocky but also calculating sorcerer really well, whereas Sam Wilson has mainly had a back seat in the MCU. He's not one of the main characters, and then when he finally got his solo outing, yeah, Falcon and the Winter Soldier happened. So yeah, that doesn't really give him any points. It actually kind of takes away points. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Doctor Strange here. Thor or Black Widow? Thor or Black Widow? This is tough. I'm actually gonna go with Black Widow, because Thor is really good in the Avengers movies as well as Thor Ragnarok, especially except for Avengers Endgame. I didn't really like him in Avengers Endgame. So he's had like 4 good outings and 3 mediocre to bad ones in Thor Ragnarok. No, not Thor Ragnarok. Thor Dark World, and Avengers Endgame. Whereas Black Widow, I liked her in every single movie that she was in. Now, I didn't think that she was like the best character ever, but I still liked her, whereas Thor's more of a hit and miss character, and I feel like they just missed way too many times for Thor to be ranked ahead of Black Widow, who is a really good character in her own right, and was given a very good character arc from Iron Man 2 all the way up until Avengers Endgame. So, yeah, okay, I guess we'll go up here. This has got to be Iron Man. I mean, I'm sorry, but it's just got to be Iron Man. I like Black Panther and all, but he only had like four movies that he appeared in. So Iron Man just has like the time advantage on full display here. And he was given a very complete arc where he wanted a family at the start. He got a family, and then he died, which is, something that Steve challenged him at, where he said that he wouldn't make the sacrifice play, and he proved that he did. So we got a very complete arc here versus, unfortunately, a very short-lived character because of some sad circumstances. So we're gonna go with Iron Man there. Bucky versus Captain America. I mean, I don't think this is even a question. Bucky is Captain America's sidekick, so it's gotta be Captain America. We can't rank his sidekick over him, especially when Captain America is just such a good character. Hulk or Spider-Man? Now, this is actually a tough one. I think I'm gonna go with Spider-Man here. The reason being that Hulk never had his own standalone movie with with Mark Ruffalo, that is. So he never really got to shine in the spotlight. He was always having to like juggle around the time with the other Avengers, whereas Spider-Man got 3 standalone movies, and I mean the last one really wasn't a standalone movie, but I mean 2 characters where he was like practically the only main character, and that really got helped us get to know Spider-Man, and it helped him just like show us like what type of character he is, whereas Hulk, we gotta fit a lot of other stuff in along with Hulk in the movies, which is why his whole character arc was done by the time we saw him in Avengers Endgame. So I'm gonna have to go with Spider-Man here. Black Widow or Doctor Strange? I'm gonna go with Doctor Strange just because he gives me like more when he's hitting on all cylinders, and he doesn't give me the lows that Thor gave me. I mean, even in his solo film, I still liked him. I just didn't like him that much. I didn't like him as much as I did with him in Infinity War, but I still liked him. And even though he made some questionable decisions in Spider-Man No Way Home, I still liked him as a character there. I still found him enjoyable. It's just that I didn't really like his decisions there. Whereas Natasha Romanoff is really just like the steady beat of the MCU. She just gives the same performance every time, and it's a good performance. I mean, I like the character, but I mean, there's no ups and downs, dips and turns. So yeah, we're gonna have to go with Doctor Strange here. Now, Iron Man and Captain America. This is like the toughest one of them all. I mean, I feel like these two are number 1 and number 2, but I'm gonna have to go with Captain America here, because I feel like I don't like Iron Man too like that many are like in some places I don't like Iron Man, whereas I like Captain America as a character all the time. Like in Iron Man 2, I didn't really like Iron Man in that because he just reverted to pre-Iron Man 1 Tony Stark, whereas Captain America is firing on all cylinders. Like throughout the Infinity Saga, he has the most complete arc, even though Tony is a close second. He does have the most complete arc out of anyone in the MCU, and I just feel like his ability to just try and do the right thing just sets him apart from Tony Stark, who is a flawed character, and we do like to have flaws in our characters, but Captain America, like, we can just relate to him because we all want to do the right thing. We all want to do the right thing, and so that's how we can relate to him. Okay, Spider-Man versus Doctor Strange. How did Doctor Strange get into the top 4? I feel like we switch out Loki and Doctor Strange, but we can't do that. Gotta stay fair here. Yeah, we're gonna go with Spider-Man. Spider-Man is far and away the better character than Doctor Strange. I feel like this whole bracket was pretty weak. Yeah, pretty weak bracket here, or at least side of the bracket. And yeah, Spider-Man is better than Doctor Strange. He's just really relatable because like anyone can relate to Spider-Man because we were all high schoolers. I still am a high schooler, but you know, you guys were all high schoolers at one point, and you can relate to Spider-Man, and especially the first movie where it's just basically a high school movie. He also is very entertaining as Spider-Man, and he's given us some amazing movies like Spider-Man No Way Home, Homecoming, and appeared in, you know, Civil War. So I feel like he has to ahead of Doctor Strange, who sometimes hits on all cylinders, but even his highs aren't as high as Spider-Man, and then sometimes he just is, I mean, he's just meh, he's good. Okay, and yeah, as I said, yeah, Captain America is gonna be the winner here. I mean, what more do I have to say? He is, like, I feel like Captain America is just, like, far and away the best MCU character. Like, just far and away. It's just not even close. So, yeah, I'm gonna have him at number 1. Again, his arc is just pure perfection. Like, he leaves everything that he wants behind in 1945 and makes a sacrifice play, and then finally, after he, you know, finishes all that he has to do in the present, he's able to, and makes a sacrifice play again, he's able to go back to his life that he left behind and live the life that he lost. So I'm gonna have to go with Captain America here. Even though Spider-Man is really good, I just don't even feel like he's second place. I feel like that has to go to Iron Man. But unfortunately, Iron Man and Captain America were in the same side of the bracket. Okay, well anyways, that is going to do it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy, and if you guys did, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Too easy!